restored a lot of this. He's the one that can tell us about the timing of what buildings were built when because of the carpentry work on it. Now we're standing right by the original that was built in 1744 by Matthias or Michael Tice, and that's where we were in. And then she tells us this house directly across was built by a son named John. Do you know how to zoom in on that up there, Bev?
Yeah.
The top? Okay.
Yeah.
And the writing up there, do you know what year that says?
1821.
It's 1821, same as the front. And I guess we can assume maybe that two of his children were Philip and Eve. Probably. Maybe. 1812 structure, and you can see where the original stone was and then where they have added, and then of course the cement on the eastern wall of the structure. The house was burnt down. The old corn silo bins. And I know Kay, one time Herb and Harold helped us capture a bunch of those old rats that were running through the chicken things, and we put them in these big old bags. And can you believe that we stood there with sticks and beat them? So embarrassed. Talk about reverence for life. Terrible. I'm embarrassed we did that. One of the roads here, right down from the original. And the marker here says Josiah and Lavina Tice, 1864. One of the children.
From here, she doesn't even know. She knows who the owners are, but she doesn't know.
Headstones up above. First one gives you the date, which is 1821. The second one is Philip, and the third one is Eve. As you can see, the spelling is T-I-S-E here.
The original T-H-E-I-S-E. No, wait, I think you get more of the house and then...
Here's the side of it.
That's a brother who lives in Hershey, and they were down at...
That's the farmhouse. And in back of me is the only structure left. That big chicken house on the hill. The farmhouse, you can see where the well was, and then the top of the smokehouse, and then we've walked upstairs, and it looks like the kids have turned this whole place into just a play area. This side, as you can see, they've got old horse stuff along the wall. Mom and Bev are in there. The inside here, they've just built a cute little...
But I don't think that this stuff was left anywhere.
This is something he's collected. I mean, it's all in a museum.
It looks like
These are what are called hexes that were on the
Yeah, I think so.
barns at that time.
See, there's some chicken feet.
Signify who lived there. Chicken feeders in there.
Yeah.
The old ones that were in the barn before.
Yeah, for the little chicks, I think.
Here's Beverly snooping the other direction of the chicken house. You can see where the kids come up here and play
There's old chairs
basketball.
And this is an old quilt.
You know, that's the light.
Yeah.
The walls would have been a little kooky.
Boy.
1973 outstanding player.
Kids have had a ball up here.
Yeah.
Mother thought maybe that was potbelly that was in the basement. All the sickles and things hanging. There's dust on the saddle. Okay.
Small and there.
Look at this. The same old thing. But, oh, look at this. This is one of those old feeders. Ow. Water for the chickens.
Yeah, when they had the brooder.
Look at this. The same water for the chickens.
Yeah, when they had the brooder houses down here, that all the small house where all the little chicks were.
Sure fun.
Not exactly farmer's clothes, but I put a shoe in there. You did? I think I did.
Bottom
Pencil.
half, they're just thrashing, but these two upper floors where we were, where the kids have just had a great time out here, you can tell.
We just had the kitchen. This was no fireplace. We just had the kitchen that went probably to here. And then back there was a butcher house where we butchered things. You know, it's long here. And then back there was a butcher house where we butchered things. You know, it's long. I think they kept those.
And this is a door that they came in from working and washed herself off right about here, and then ate right about there.
I like the way they did that floor.
We've just come outside. See, there's a smokehouse. Here they come. And here's the cornerstone, 1815. HT, what would that be? Couldn't be Henry Tice. Grandpa put all the siding on it
Oh, I think so.
before
We did at one
it was auctioned.
time, the whole house inside. It was the original. It was wood.
Mom, did you say the original was wood?
Yeah, the original outside was wood.
What color? I can't remember what it was painted.
I don't know if it was white or
White.
gray. Might have been white and gray.
Yeah.
You don't have to hold the button, right?
No.
Just push it.
It says RC. All these cute little antiques. Got all of her Christmas stuff in there.
Ah,
But she has lights out here, so at night she must turn the lights on.
yeah,
She must like antiques.
right.
Look at this old. Tiffy,
Bye,
my
Josh.
little house is gone. It's gone. Atop it sits a birdhouse.
Now here's Uncle Irvin and Aunt Marie. Now where would you have room or somewhere to put?
Next it was Mom. And of course we're all three here, being nutty.
I can't tell what it says up there.
See that standby.
I didn't even have it on before, darn it.
Take this, put your name. You always have to push the button to turn it on.
Yeah, I thought she had it on.
And then one to turn it off. No, if you have it on, then keep taking it.
Yeah.
Here's Harold and his group. Cindy and Steve. The next brother, Herb and Jean. Come here. This guy has a great little shirt. All the old cars. Herb just has one of his 5.7. Margaret. This is Lester and Martha. Martha, quite a group.
Gotta put the monkeys in the middle. Hey, you're the only one that can do something about that. Yeah.
Hey, there's a DeSoto with
Next it was Mom. And of course we're all three here, being nutty. This is Ed and Doris, and they're bringing Catherine up to stand with her family. That's Ted.
These two have a birthday on the same day.
Cute Tom and his little girl. There's Erwin and Mary. Yeah. Elvis is in their family. We better get a performance. These are some of the Daltrick great answers that would be related to Emma Grace, which is the mother of all this group left.
This is Hazel Blunt. She was Hazel Tice. Carol.
Why did you put outdoors?
And she was in Daltrick. Grandma was in Daltrick.
Whenever you're ready. Here from Elvis, we know that he's alive. We have faith that he is. With the fever just the other night, I was trembling all over and it gave me a fright. I was aching and sweating and I went into a trance. My family had to call the ambulance. Well, I died at the hospital, but they brought me back. And the doctor said, ooh, you had a heart attack. I said, no, it's like a disease. My baby's got cute knees.
The farmhouse, the picture that we have of him sitting on the front porch with all of his grandchildren around him. Mother says right over there is where the barn was. Mother said this was the main part of the house, and then this right here was where they stayed during the summer. Look, now they have a pool. And that was a barn. People are living in it now. And this, she said, was the old road that we're standing on. The other side, this was all field out and through there. And right across the street from the bologna factory is where Charles Allen Daltrick and Alice Moyer Hartz lived, right in this house right here. In Bell Grove, and we've come out to the church and to the cemetery to see the graves of Landis and his ancestors. Out back of the church, this is the old section of the cemetery, and there's Beverly and Mom out there where the grave is. Front grave is Levi F. Landis, and here we can see the church was built and then remodeled in 1952.
The church was rebuilt in 1952. The entrance used to be in the center, and they built this section on, and they made the entrance over here in 1952.
Lester and Martha. Green. And the Reverend. To church services with the Reverend Landis Tice. There's Bonnie. Let me move over this way and do a close-up.
If you have a time, they have more broken legs.
Hummelstown along the Union Canal. So she falls in, I'll get her.
We tried for a short time.
Chased it all around all night long. Trying to pick it up. I know. Wave to Gramps. Say hi, Gramps.
Porter, what are you doing?
That's for the camera.
That's Boston, Pittsburgh, Williamsburg, or Philadelphia, the site of my first major military victory. Pittsburgh. Military victories. I helped the British reconquer that from the French because it was the site of many Indian raids. Easy chicken.